hoping you can hear us. Let's just head down to PC Games Plus. So I've currently got the PactoTech rigged up, and I've also got just a single Xbox controller at the moment. I may have to swap between these setups. I've done a whole new rewiring of the control panel itself. So the hard drives, everything, of new cables, new hard drive mounts, better placement of where everything goes, just for that bit better cooling as well, because we are running the RTX 4070 Ti graphics card inside this unit. The 4070 Ti graphics card does get quite hot, so I did have to do a fan mod on the back of the unit. We do have all our prices up on the website, all the new add-ons. We've done a ton of work updating the website. I still think it needs a lot of work to make it a bit more user-friendly, look a bit more pretty on that end. But I'm just so flat out with work at the moment and doing these little videos and promotional videos and stuff like that, and just showing off some more content. Like I say, we do have some special offers and some discount codes. I will try and show those discount codes on screen if I can. If it doesn't show, like I say, I'll try and put it in somewhere in the video. But we do have discount codes for bar tops. You're looking at 200 quid off on bar tops. You're looking at I think you look at bar tops, there's £150, sorry, £150 off on bar tops and stand-ups. Now you do have to, there is a minimum spend on that, so you do have to go with one of our Ultimate Builds. That's around 2,500. Anything over 2,500 you will get that 150 quid off. The control panels is £200 off, so a massive saving on the Ultimate Deluxe control panel, starting at 16 terabyte. Once you upgrade, it's almost a free drive upgrade on there, so that's a big saving there. And then the shark shooters. Now we've just recently done a Jurassic Park shark shooter. Beautiful machine. That's heading off to another YouTuber. So that should be a nice video, hopefully, when he receives that machine. It's such a good looking machine. I would have kept it myself personally, but it's unfortunately got to go to that customer. But yeah, beautiful colors on that unit. If you haven't seen that video, I suggest you go ahead and check that video out. Our shark shooters are getting updated as well. There's some huge update coming to the shark shooters. I'm not going to say too much right now, but it's gonna be a collaboration of the shark shooter drive. Like I say, I'm not going to say too much at the moment, but me and Krisscoolmods has been working a little extra hours in the background to just make everything a bit more cleaner, get working correctly as well. So when you receive your RetroBeast drive, you're gonna have the best possible experience from those drives. Like I said, these are huge drive setups, and they do require a large machine. Control panels, like I say, I've done a video on those. You can run the drives from a caddy, a 2, 4, 5 bay caddy, whatever size you want. You can hot swap the hard drives if you wish, swap between them. So if you're just interested in the Shar-Kade 40 terabyte, then the RetroBeast setup, if it's a PQ or OPQ or R drive, then you'll be able to swap between those. I know Chris is also working on another drive, but that drive's only available for his Patreon customers at the moment. So his Patreon customers will have access to that. Is it the S drive? So if you want an early release of all the newer stuff, I recommend you purchase his Patreon. Go ahead and subscribe to his Patreon stuff. You will, I think he does some special offer. I'm sure Chris might jump on during the stream and leave some information on that as we go along. If not, I'll get him to promote a video on his Patreon stuff anyways. Like I say, he's on to the next drive, and these drives are just getting bigger and bigger. I know the S drive will not likely be released for the Shar-Kade for at least a year. Chris has obviously got to make his money from his Patreon and stuff and early release stuff, but like I say, it will be added at a later date. So the 112 terabyte it'd go up to what's the next? It would be 128 terabyte would be the next build up, I believe. Is that right? No, 100. My bloody maths today, I tell you, I've had a long day. It'll be 16 terabyte on top of the 112 terabyte. So yeah, we've added some new stuff anyways. Let's head along. And we should, let's do a search. And let's select P. So we've added Palworld. This works brilliant with the cheat selection as well. We haven't set it up on the Shar-Kade units yet for the cheat selection. I want to go through all of these games once. I make a start on doing all the PC cheat selection stuff. I want to go through all the games all at once. I don't want to add one, then add another as we go. I just want to add them all at once, get them all configured and added, and go from there. So I won't be able to showcase the PC cheat stuff yet, but I should be able to load Palworld. What I'll do, hopefully it doesn't cause us, because I haven't tested it with a PactoTech yet.
Loading.
But I do
Loading
have
complete.
quite a, on my own personal save, I do have this Palworld. I have all the, if you want to call them Pokemon or pals, I have all the rarest pals. I have a big base, multi-story base and all that sort of stuff. So I've played a little bit of it, but I have, like I say, been using those cheats, capturing everything I can, capturing people as I go as well, and having those as me pals on there. Interesting game. I struggled a little bit with the game itself when I first started playing it, but I'm sort of getting the gist of the game. So let's just start a new game. Right, let's just rename that character. Let's name it Shar-Kade. Let's just go with a preset. So I'm currently running it on 2K at the moment. It's just easier to sit and look at the screen in front of us on my 244Hz 2K monitor. But this system does stream in full 4K. Like I say, we do have an RTX 4070 Ti graphics card in there. We do have, is it 32 gigs of RAM in this unit? I think it's 32 gigs. I'm not sure if I maybe upgraded to 64 gigs, but I'm positive it's 32. Ryzen 5 CPU, So let's pick up some fallen branches. It does take a little while to get actually into the game, but like I say, we have a cheat setup as well, so it does make it a lot easier. You can craft everything straight off the bat, which is handy. Carry weight as well is another thing. I hate carry weight in games. I like to turn that stuff off. I want to be able to carry as much as I want without being restricted and having to go back to my base or build a box, store it in a box, go back. It annoys the hell out of us having carry weight on games. They should always have I always believe they should have an option to turn carry weight off. That way you're able to have the best experience you want really within a game. Have the option. Obviously if it's an online game then they've got to have it the way they have the game, but I would probably say have the option at least on there. Bit like Tekken as well, with a rage art. I'm not a fan of the rage art and stuff. Let's open the menu. What's it? Open menu, options, check survival guide. Right, I've got to do all this. That's a guild. Survival guide. That's options tab, then survival guide, right. Open technology screen menu to unlock PAL sphere. Technology screen. It's been a little while, like I say. Right. Craft the PAL sphere. Right. So I need a fragment. I remember, do I get the fragments? Is it Y or? What's it glitching like that for? Right. Oh, I've got to actually pick the stick up, don't I? Right. Right, so that's equipped. Let's see if I can. There. So I need more wood. need more wood. Like I said, it does take a little while to get into the game. Alright, let's see if I have enough wood now. Right, access PAL, summon PAL to your base. Alright, so I've got to... I've got to consume food. So I need to enhance stats. So I've got to capture 30 PALs, and I've also got to capture 5 alarm bells. So I've got to get loads of palladium fragments, wood, stone. Right. It'll be a while. I'm not going to play it that long. I'll quit in a minute. I should have actually just put my backup save on here, because I've got a massive base. Like I say, I've got guns and all that stuff. I've got most of the map unlocked and stuff as well. I've done a couple of bosses on there. I've got nearly every PAL's rare. But yeah, let's craft another one of those. And then I've got to make a pickaxe and stuff like that. Before I go, I'll make a pickaxe and stuff. I need more stone. Like I say, the start of the game is pretty slow going until you get all your items, weapons, stuff like that. Explore a little. You do walk around the map quite slow as well, and then you start getting cold on a night time and stuff. And yeah, so you've got to really get the start of the game done first, get your base going and stuff, and it becomes a lot easier, the game. So we've got a pickaxe there. Oh, I didn't pick it up. There we go. And now we can mine stone and stuff. So let's leave that anyways. I think this game you've got to go to options, return to title. Right, so let's head along. Let's see if there's anything new added. I don't think I've added too much stuff on the 40TB as it's full. I thought I'd just put Palworld mainly on there. There was a couple of games out. Oh,
Loading.
I must have called the button.
Loading complete.
I didn't want to load that game.
Capcom presents Marvel Comics. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, we've got Marvel vs. Capcom loaded. Let's have a quick go of this. I think this is the update as well. I've got a couple of versions of this game on here. I think this is a full update. Right, so we have a load error, which is quite easy to fix. What we'll do is we'll just Alt and F4. Right, so these can be quite common within certain games. So let's Alt and F4 out of that. Hopefully my stream's still going. Right, so these are quite common. So what was that Marvel vs. Capcom 3? Usually it needs a fade in the background, and I always like to test games out so I can check whether the fade's on there or not. PC games, and it usually, that's quite an older game. It doesn't usually happen on older games like that, but new games it's quite common with. So what was it? It was Marvel vs. Capcom 3, wasn't it? Or was it Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3? RSTU. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Right, so what I need to do is launch the game first.
Loading complete.
Then add Control and Q. Then if it'll let us.
Marvel Comics. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I'm hoping, because usually if it doesn't let us, I'll enter there. Right, so that should be correct. Now it's going to error. Then if I load the game again, it should be fine. Generally that fixes it. So let's Alt and F4 out of that a moment. Now let's load. Right, yeah, we know. Oh, wait for a response maybe. Oh, close program. Yeah, it locked us into full screen. Right, let's try and load that again. So because it's got that fade title on, it should have fixed it. But sometimes the code isn't quite right. Sometimes you've got to get so far into the game, the window, and then load it up. And now it's put my screen on windowed mode, so I've Alt and entered. Right, so let's check. We'll wait a few seconds. Usually you just give it about a minute or so. See if you get the error come up. And that looks good. So all we'll do is load back into Hyperspin, and then that fixes that game. Like I say, there is games on there, especially newer games, that I try and add that fade to. I wouldn't have expected on such an older game like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. But you usually find it on... Did I double click that? You usually find it actually on like Unreal games and stuff. It's quite common on Unreal games. I don't know if I loaded that exe up twice. Let's have a look. That's why, yeah, I've got it running a couple of times there in the background. Right. Make sure we're closed out. Right. Try and load Hyperspin again. There we go. So we'll go to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 again.
Loading. Loading complete.
Oh, why is it?
Capcom presents Marvel Comics.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Now why is it closed? Right, I'm gonna quit that again and reload it. See why that loaded in the background and didn't load up in the full screen. Right, I think I've got my joystick key still open, which should have closed out as well. So I think with us loading it up, it glitched out.
Loading.
Let's try and load another game, then we'll go back and load that one
Loading
up.
complete.
Right, let's quit that. And then I think I might have two joystick keys open as well. Let's double check. This is a problem when stuff glitches out, especially on a live stream, right? I'm gonna... No, joystick key isn't open. That's strange. So it hasn't loaded back into my joystick key. So I'm gonna Alt and F4 out of the Hyperspin, and we're gonna load it up through the script. Joystick key's open there. That's weird. Why is that? Right, it's disappeared. Right, yeah. Rocket Launcher is still open in the background. Right, let's try again, but I'm going to load it straight up from the Hyperspin bat. So that loads everything up as it should do. Right, let's try again. If not, I'll jump on and fix it after the stream. There we go.
Loading complete.
No. So we'll likely have to wait for a longer fade because it's jumping straight out.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Right, so yeah, I'll get that fixed. That's not a problem. I'll have a quick game of this, and then yeah, it's with it closing off, it's causing joystick key to stay open, and it's right. So let's, because that should be closing out joystick key. So let's close that off, joystick key off completely. What I'll do is I'll reset my PactoTech as well, just in case. Actually, I think I've went on the D-pad, have I? No, that's alright. I went to disconnect mode. I think it's actually swapped. Right, let's have a look. Hardware and sound, devices and printers. Right, let's get back into the stream anyways in a second. I just want to check. Right, so my controllers are disconnected. So I need to switch to... it's that one, I'm sure it's that one. I'll have to look on the Pacto side. that should refresh my controllers. And I'll just check because I think it glitched out. Right, so that should be one. Yeah, and I'll just double check, make sure they're in the right order, because we want all the controls in the right order before we do anything. That's Joy 5, so that shouldn't be Joy 5. Why is that Joy 5? I always seem to find problems as well when I'm streaming with XSplit. With XSplit, it does cause issues with the PS3 emulator as well. And I think it ends up causing issues with some of the games. So, right, what am I doing? I need my tools, because my IDs have went in a weird order. Ah, right. So that's right. Let's check. Yeah, for some reason it put that down as controller 5, which is strange. So I should have controller 1, controller 3. This should be. That's controller 2, right? So I need to change controller 2. That's controller 4, controller 2. Yeah, so it's done something iffy in the background. So controller 4 is controller 3. It's never dull, is it? We'll get back into the stream in a second. Right. Let's change the IDs around again. So what was controller 3? That's controller 2. So that should be there. And that should be there, I believe. Exit that, close that off, and that should have sorted it out. So 1, that should be, no, that's 4. And that should be 2, that's 3. Why they're mixed up then? And the other one should be, right. So what was, that was 4, and 2's 3. Is that right? As M2 swap around now. Right. I think I've done it now. We will see. We know 1's fine. Right, try again. That's 2. That's 3. And 4's on the other end. So 2 and 3's the wrong way around now. How have I managed this? So 2 and 3. Okay, exit. Close that down. Load that back up. Now the PactoTech is meant to stop any hot swapping issues. But I don't know why it's completely, yeah, that's looking good. 2, 3, yeah, perfect. Right, let's get back into the stream. I'm gonna jump straight into the bat file. I'm gonna load it from the bat file. Just double check we haven't got joint key open. So we shouldn't have no more conflicts there. I'm just gonna do it straight from here. I'm gonna leave Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'll check that. I'll test it. It's just something to do with the fate of the game. Hyperspin bat. Right. Let's close that off. Does that actually change my scene as well? So let's have a look. So the discount codes are actually showing up as well now. So I'm not sure. Don't know how that's changed because I didn't press. Right, so we've just tried Palworld, showing that off. We do have to sort out Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now there was a game on here I did want to look at. I can't remember the name of the game though. That looked an interesting game, The Invincible. Straight, I think I've shown some gameplay of that. Stray Souls looked an alright game. I think it was something Cocoon. Just so many games to go through. Max Payne, another cool title. Grey Hill Incident. Now that was an interesting game. I had a little go at that. We have Forspoken as well, the update. What was the name of the game? Because I remember having it on there. Something Cocoon. I was planning on showing a bit of gameplay of that, but I can't seem to find it. Right, let's actually head down to another title. Added. Right, why are we missing the media? That's strange. Let's have a look. Because this should have the media on there. Unless it's named wrong. Let's have a look. So we want to go to Hyperspin Arcade Media. Now I should have the Tekken 8 media on here unless it's named incorrectly. PC games plus images wheel, and then we should have, where's it? It's not there. Why haven't we got the Tekken 8? Have I accidentally put it in the no. No. Have I put it in there by any chance? I haven't put it in there. Where's that gone? I could create it. It'll take 2 seconds. I should have had the. It's not on my 32 terabyte media. No, because that's sim linked to their wheel. I don't see Tekken 8 there at all. I did definitely created it. Is it possibly in backup media PC images wheel? I'll have to create that once I finish the stream. I'm just going to get into playing some games, man. I'm not going to mess around too much. I'll create that media when I'm back on. Once I finish the stream. So let's just load up Tekken 8. Better be bloody set up as well, because I definitely had this set up on this machine. I just mustn't have, the database is there, so I don't know why the media is not there.
Loading. Loading complete.
Yeah, I do love this Tekken 8. I'm really, really enjoying it. Very easy though and hard. Very easy. So we'll let that load up. I'm gonna make a cigarette and I'll be back in a second. Right, I actually didn't see none of the chat because my phone's been on charge. I've been looking at the chat on the missus's phone, and I didn't see anyone had actually commented. So hi everyone. Hey Andy mate. Right. Alan Oaks, I purchased a 16TB unit with a 24TB upgrade. Works awesome. I'm able to purchase the 40TB add-on. Yeah, it should work on your unit. Now, is yours the RTX 2060 or the 3060 build? I can't remember your build, dude. Because what you'd likely have to do is upgrade to the 32TB and the 40TB add-on if you wanted just those. B, sorry for the late reply. Yeah, I prefer Hyperspin, dude. I don't like big box. It's nice, it's clean and stuff. There's some niggly issues that I have with big box and stuff, and I know you've got to be online to update it and all that stuff. And yeah, I love me Hyperspin front end. But Hyperspin's never without its issues either. It's just I'm fluent in it. Can't wait to get your Shar-Kade built, dude. I'm just at the minute I'm really behind on my builds at the moment. But I'm powering through. I'm going to try and work this weekend as well. I've got 3 control panels I'm doing there, and I've got to get that stand up done. Mark, yours is going to be a cool one. I can't wait to do your one. Yours is the Iron Man, isn't it? Right, wait there. It's going to ask us for controller setup. No, it shouldn't. It isn't a Zinmo. Oh, I thought it said Zinmo controller X input. just double check, make sure all my controls are configured. I don't know why them say button 4, button 5 like that. Must be how the Xbox recognizes in this game. Right. Just make sure we've got with LT, RT. Right. Didn't tell us to take my time. You'll never get it, dude. I can't stop, honestly. If I stop, I wouldn't get no build. These sometimes at the moment, Sanwa buttons is a nightmare. Sanwa buttons are starting to get on my last wick. Because obviously, I don't order buttons until I get the design agreed. And I do generally hold a huge stock of buttons in. But certain colours, pink and stuff like that, I've got to get from China. I've just had to get some from China and that. And they're a bit of a pain in the backside, to be honest, because no one's got any stock really in the UK. A few places have got some. I ordered some black and grey ones the other day, which were from a complete different supplier than I usually get from, but them arrived today. Them are fine. Them have got in a unit. I've just getting some white ones there. I had to pay extra on Amazon as well, which is ridiculous, the price of them. So them cost us a bit extra. But yeah, it's buttons like the Sama ones and stuff are a bit of a pain in the backside, like I say. But yeah, once we get the designs agreed. So, hey Dean, are you retiring from any more games going forward? Once Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter 6, that's me sort of done. Obviously, if I build my own personal build, I'll probably want to be adding games to that myself. But other than that, it's all going to be down to Chris. After the 48TB, all the upgrade drives are going to be done through Chris. Like I say, it makes it easier that way because you're not tied to like the 24-32TB add-on, 48TB add-on. Any other add-on drives, if you wanted a P, a Q, an R, an S, a T, a U, V, W, X, Y, Z drive, when they're finally available, you can pick and choose whatever drives you want then. You can choose exactly if it's just PC games or just Switch games you want. You can just order those drives from Krisscoolmods. It does make it easier, especially for US customers. It means you'll get your drive a lot quicker as well from Chris. In Canada now, obviously UK customers will have to order, but he does, I think he does free shipping or tax-free shipping. I think it is tax-free shipping he does. And the support and everything else you get from Chris is just phenomenal. Honestly, it is worth going that direction. I then can just focus on arcade builds. That's what I love doing. I do love doing my drives. I love adding some cool new stuff. You know what I mean? I get excited. I got excited for Tekken. I was like, yeah, no way I can get Tekken 8 on the cabinets and stuff. I've got to do a tutorial how to add this game as well, but it's easier than what Tekken 7 was. Tekken 7 you had to do X360 CE configs and stuff like that. With this, it's basically start it up, configure your controllers, that's it, it's done. And just add the media and stuff. Still, it is bugging us why I don't know where that media's gone. I think I've just accidentally dragged it into the wrong folder, but I'll get that sorted. It's a 2-minute job to do the wheel art for the PC Plus games. But so basically the answer to the question, dude, nah, I'm not adding no more games, no more drives, stuff like that. Shark Shooter, there's going to be new drives, new games, new updates. But like I say, I've got something big coming for the Shark Shooters. The PactoTech, I would say, is more plug and play. With the Zinmo controller, there is games you do have to do an X360 CE mapping or a joy-to-key mapping for some games. Most games with the PactoTech just work. If it's an X-input game that recognizes Xbox controllers, it just works, and it works really well. There is an issue with the PactoTech with the cable length and stuff like that. If you wanted to upgrade your system with the PactoTech, you've got to be wary of where your cables are going to go, because those cables, if they're tied or attached to any other cables, it can cause you issues with the PactoTech. I do think I have to do some stuff with this one, but that'll be done before it goes off to Chris. But yeah, like I say, the PactoTech is a lot more plug and play for the games. Not much configuration on. To be honest, I'm not going to look at a keyboard game and try and configure it with the arcade controls. If you want to play a keyboard game, play with a keyboard and mouse. Most games, Call of Duty games, stuff like that, all recognize Xbox controllers anyways. Or a lot of the newer indie games all recognize Xbox controllers, so the PactoTech's basically just plug and play with that. Zinmo controller does recognize in most games, but not all games. There is, like I say, X360 CE. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a prime example. Shredder's Revenge, it's just a pain in the backside getting the arcade controls on Zinmo to work in that game properly. Where with the PactoTech, there's none of that. It's just load the game up, everything's configured and working. So let's. I'm gonna have to stand up and play. What am I tied to here? I don't want to pull me headset out. So let's head. I'm gonna try. This is the first time playing with the arcade controls rather than a controller on Tekken 8. So I don't want to. You don't want that special style crap on. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go back as well, because I like a certain configuration for me buttons. So let's head back. Now press start, play 2. Head back, because there's a certain control config I like on my setup. Controller setup. Right. So I think when I do this, I think I've got to use the actual mouse to select on it and then go on. Oh, and the mouse is. Don't know why it doesn't let you use the arcade controls on that screen, but there we go. That's how I like my buttons mapped. So basically I've got me grabs and double button presses for me left triggers, right triggers, LB, RB. Oh no, I want to play the computer. I don't want a 2-player. Player versus CPU, right? Who should I go with? Just check as well. I think it's my. Is it my start? I can't remember what button it was to get the. Oh, man, what am I doing? I'll put it on medium for the minute. I'll put it on ultra hard and I'll give it a go on there in a second. Pressing too many buttons too quick. Hey Joseph, dude. Yeah, I've been the same, mate. I understand completely, dude. The Patreon update, you're gonna have to speak to Krisscoolmods. Message Krisscoolmods via Discord or on his website. Ask him more on that because he understands. Well, obviously, it's his Patreon stuff. All I know is he has a Patreon, right? Basically, at the moment, you can order all the drives up to 112 terabytes. So he has 64 terabytes of Shar-Kade drives, which is his beast drives, on his website. So if you were to order the 48 terabyte from me, okay, that's your RetroBeast starter pack, all the way up to the 40 terabyte, then the RetroBeast starter pack, with which gives you Xbox 360 games. Then you can upgrade to Chris's drives, so you can purchase, if you want to go the whole 112 terabytes, you can purchase Chris's 64 terabyte. Basically, it's an extra 64 terabyte from his site, and that's an OPQ and R drive. Okay, so that will give you the Shar-Kade whole 112 terabytes. Now he has an S drive, I believe, that's on Patreon. So I think you've got to sign up to his Patreon, and then you get that drive at a discount price, and you just pay a subscription service, I think, every month, which gives you access to that drive before everyone else. And he has an update server and stuff like that. You will have to speak to him though on it. I don't know the full ins and outs of how it actually works on his end. Okay, so like I say, you'll have to speak to him on the Patreon side of things. But if you're a type of customer that just wants everything, basically, if you want everything, you don't care how many systems, how many games you got, you just want a massive collection of games, go with 112 terabyte, and then, like I say, every time Chris releases a drive, he's going to update my system alongside it as well, because he's getting my system sent to him on this unit, so he can just work on getting this system updated, and then you can then just add the next drive and the next drive and the next drive to your setup. That's me grabs, right? Right. I'll finish this game and then I'll... A little bit slippy on the sticks there. Right, let's make it a bit more difficult. Select character. Right, I'm gonna pick him again. Right, let's go ultra hard. Make it a little bit more challenging on the sticks, and hopefully I can kick ass. Let's have a look. Like I say, I've played this quite a bit on controller though, and it did seem quite easy on ultra hard. So if you want a challenge, it's always best to play against someone that's pretty good. The missus, she's never played Tekken that much throughout her life, but she is good, man. She picked it up quite well, and she kicked my ass quite a few times on the live stream. Right. Oh crap, wrong button. Why didn't I block? No. Right. You piece of shit. Not letting me get that perfect. Ooh, not looking good. Come on. Got me ass kicked away, rematch. Few practice games away, I can. Right. Why is that? Look. Still not as smooth as I want it to be. Right, come on. Get into the move. I forgot. I'm not doing none of my side steps. Didn't deserve that win there. Come on. Oh, do you grab? I knew he was going to have that. Yeah. Gonna get my ass kicked again. I knew. Grab it then. Still didn't think I deserved that win there. Right, let's change character. Yeah, no problem, man. We'll get it all sorted, Joe. If I don't hear from you by Monday afternoon, I'll give you a shout, dude. Okay, man.
Get ready for the next battle.
I wonder if it'll let us change that in game. No, it won't. It's meant to be controlling down. Oh, it is changed. It has changed it. Cool. Cool. So it does do it in game.
Round 1.
Right.
Fight.
That one button. That's it. Oh, we'll be doing that. Fucking taking off my elf on a shitty move. Yeah, I like the looks of the rage arts and stuff, but it just takes off your health on one button press move. You should have the option to turn that shit off. But I'd disable it on the controls by default. Cool. Cool. Yeah, get some of that. And this is on ultra hard, and I do find it easy. I should be getting me ass handed to us with the arcade sticks. Like I say, it's a lot easier than the other Tekkens. Should let us sweep around. Oh, I nearly finished him off with that grab. It's the hardest grab to do that, where he puts his foot up, runs up him, up his chest. Oh, nearly smashed him. Perfect there. Kicking ass. Right. I want another rematch. It was a bit too easy. I'm still not getting some of the moves out that I would with a controller. So I haven't got my flow on. Oh, what's this? Smashing is this round. Ah! CPU deserved that. Oh, block down, will you? Ah! Can't believe that. Right, come on. don't deserve that either. Messed it up. Nearly had him perfect. Crap. That didn't get me move in that I wanted. Right, one more game. Come on.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, I love that move. Oh, missed it. Block up, what are you doing? Rising. Nearly had us there. Come on. That's it. Right, so Tekken 8 is one of those games where you've got to go into the actual options to exit the game. There's some games where you go into the system settings and exit a title, stuff like that. I think Final Fantasy games are like that as well. So that brings us back to the main menu. I do like these dark picture anthologies games. They are cool, man. If you do have the 32TB build, I do highly recommend these games. If you just want something story based and just chill out and play, basically your actions result at the end of the game. The devil in me, I was waiting for this one for ages. I was waiting for this game for quite a while, and first time we played it, me and the missus, we fully completed it with all the characters survived and stuff. We got, I think, the very best ending. So yeah, it was good, really good. I quite enjoyed the storyline of it. A few little boring bits through it, but yeah. The what's the other one like that? It's the, and I've completed it as well. The Quarry. The Quarry is such a good storyline.
Family is the most important thing in the world.
Yeah, it's a good game. So we have a ton of next-gen titles on there. We have new stuff like Alan Wake 2, is it? Alan Wake 2 on there as well. And then we have the remastered version of Alan Wake. Mortal Kombat, all that cool stuff. Let's head up to the RetroBeast stuff. So this is what adds all the extra stuff to the unit. Like I say, you can select between the O, P, Q and R drive and the starter pack. Now the starter pack is our 48TB add-on. That comes with the Xbox games, I believe. So we just go ahead and load that up.
Loading. Loading complete.
So we have a big collection of Xbox 360 and Xbox Live games. Now, not every game is supported. Chris is always doing updates, so whenever there's a new update and new game supported, the support will just add on every month or so each time you get an update from Chris. Like I say, he keeps all his emulators and stuff like that up to date, especially stuff like the Xbox 360 where there's going to be better support for games and stuff. He goes through and adds all the extra content that you need for the games as well. So there's 658 games there, a ton of Xbox, just so much on there. I haven't been through every one of these games yet. Oh, that's the Xbox Live games, so 600 Xbox Live games, and then you have 1000 Xbox 360 games as well. I mean, it took a lot for Chris to get all this stuff added on. Alice Madness returns. I love that game. And I could never get the PC version working on the arcades properly. I always had bloody issues with that game. I played it in the past on the PC, but the version I kept getting, it wasn't working right. It always had crashes and stuff like that. But it is a pretty cool game, good storyline. They had something McGee's Alice, was it? I can't remember the first game, what the name was, but the first one was alright. But this one, they really improved the game with the second version. Really dark version of Alice in Wonderland. Pretty cool game, like I say. It's well worth a play if you do have chance to jump on that game. Stuff like Aliens vs Predator. Just so much content there. Assassin's Creed, Batman Collection, Battlefield stuff, Ben 10, Bioshock. Just all the Xbox 360 stuff that you can get on there. Let's exit out of this. And let's head into the O drive. Now, we have been doing a few bits and pieces to the O drive. What's happening there? Oh, why is that reset? Ah. Me
Loading.
Zinmo controller not me Zinmo controller, me
Loading
PactoTech
complete.
just refreshed. That's why I couldn't move. Right. Don't know why that refreshed. Yeah, so on the O drive, it's just mainly homebrew stuff and import and entertainment. Now, if you're not really bothered about the entertainment stuff, music, stuff like that, this one's probably not for you. It has got some cool homebrew stuff and import stuff as well. Yeah, so we have import 360 Japan stuff. Japan imports of Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Switch, Sega SG-1000, Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Famicom, the Sega Saturn import stuff, Mega Drive, Tectoy, PS3 Japan, PS2 Japan, PlayStation Japan, Nintendo 3DS, tons and tons of stuff on there. Like I say, over 1,360 PS2 Japanese stuff. PlayStation, let's jump on there, 2,875. And then we have the 3DS stuff, so 138. GameCube, we have 92. So if you like import stuff, this will probably be the drive for you. Let's head back. How do I? Is it? Oh yeah, because I'm in the system, so I've got to exit that one. Right, then we have Homebrew. I think this Homebrew one's the one with the Mario stretched widescreen version and stuff. If there is a game that doesn't work, or is non-working, or a system non-working, just report it to Chris, and then he'll update his system, and you'll be able to get your game sorted on the next update. So he'll do an update every month. Yeah, Tekken 8 could have probably been ported to the PS4 and that. The graphics isn't much different, it's just a bit flashy on some bits. There isn't a huge deal graphically, I think, on Tekken 8 compared to Tekken 7. Yeah, it's a bit cleaner, the characters look a bit more realistic, but I don't think the performance, it's needed much of a GPU to run it. Yes, so this is Super Mario World True 16:9. I think this is like a hacked version of the game, which allows you to run so it's non-stretched. It actually looks pretty cool on a curved monitor as well, because you get that sort of scrolling effect, because I'm running through a curved monitor at the minute. So let's exit that game out. So that was Mario World widescreen. We have Metroid hacks on there, so there's about 44. Like I say, Chris is going through, I'll be going through with him as well, updating the media with him as well. We have Super Mario mods as well. So I'm not sure which ones these are. Red Drone, Hooray. I'll check them out at some point. Streets of Rage hacked. Oh, the audio on Streets of Rage is so good, man. Which one's that one? Doesn't give us a title on that hard killer. Has such a good soundtrack, Streets of Rage. And with Chris's drives as well, he has some cool bezel work as well. He does have some nice bezels. There's one or two bezels that actually have inputs as well, so when you're pressing the buttons, it shows you the buttons on the game as well. On the screen on the bezel. So as you're pressing the buttons, it's pressing the buttons on the bezel. And Chris's drives, like I say, are just, when they're set up, they're just plug and play. There's no having to configure controllers, change screen resolutions. Now I've went from 1080p on this unit up to 4K, down to 2K, and just everything fits and works. So all his bezels and stuff work as they should do. I do love the soundtrack as well on the second game. The second game's soundtrack is quality. Oh, I caught the 8 button. Didn't want to waste that. Wasted me special. So let's go ahead and quit that game out and take a look what else is on this drive. So we have Sonic the Hedgehog hacked, Nintendo prototypes, Nintendo HD classics. So let's take a look. I like me Bomberman games. Castlevania. I never really played much of the original Castlevanias. I played them a few times, never went far through them. It was Lords of Shadows and that I preferred. I loved that game because I'm a massive Capcom fan and stuff, so games like Devil May Cry and that are huge hit with me. I love them. Devil May Cry 5. I wasn't a fan of Devil May Cry 5, but I thought, oh, I'll just play through, and the game does get better and better. So we have a Donkey Kong HD there. Kung Fu, cool. Oh, such a good soundtrack as well on this game. Oh. No, what have I done there? I think I've alternated advanced here. How have I done that? Right. Oh, I've exited out. Pressed the wrong button. Let's try and reload that game. I think that loads through Rocket Launcher and Chris's Rocket Launcher does take about 10 seconds to exit properly. Yeah, so it'll be through Rocket Launcher. So yeah, there's a couple of systems on it that set up with Rocket Launcher, and they do take a little while to exit. You think it's just a black screen, but it's not. It does eventually exit out. Oh, there, that's the button. Right. Oh, I've done his face. Oh, I've done it again. I think. Yeah, I think your coin button does take it off full screen. And put it into windowed mode. Do I get a sword on this? I'm not familiar with this one. Let's exit that, because I'm not familiar with this one. I prefer the SNES version. Do I have a hit? Can't seem to use a sword. Right, let's quit that. That exited straight away. Ninja Gaiden's cool. Let's give that a go. That's me hit, that's me jump, right. Don't I usually have a like double jump? How do I jump higher on this end? When it jump usually. I don't know. Right, I'm gonna have to figure out this double jump or it's not those buttons. Doesn't seem to be jumping high. Is it jump? No. Is it hold the button and jump? No. Ah. Right then. How do I climb up that wall? Ah, there. Messing it down, right, let's quit that out. Let's have a look what else is on here. So there's 18 titles on there. Then we have the what's this, 3D NES. We have 9 titles on there. We have 2,000 titles on there. So what's that? SNES hacks, Neo Geo stuff, N64, Genesis, prototypes, GameCube, Game Boy Color, Dreamcast prototypes, Contra mods, tons of stuff. Like I say, let's head back. If I go into the entertainment, it's likely gonna demonetize the video. It's probably demonetized anyways with some of the audio in the background. But we have different music, comics and stuff like that. Let's exit that drive. Let's go to P drive. I'm sure the P drive is all PC
Loading.
games.
Loading complete.
So you'll see a ton of different cool content that I don't have on any of my drives. There will be a couple of repeats throughout the drives. Obviously Chris's collection, he's going to have some similar stuff to me, but a lot of these games are completely different to what's on mine. We have Expendables, Broforce, Doom collection there. So we have 1,578 PC games. I like me Darius based games, I'll give that a try. I do like the G Darius game. You've probably seen us play it before on the PlayStation 1 version. The arcade version is just too hard. It's ridiculous. The PS1 version's quality. So there's another one as well. Space Invaders. Was it DX or something? Oh, what was it called? Space Invaders something in R-Type Delta. Those on the PS1 are quality games. Well worth playing. It looks like you can have 4 players on this one. I think there's a TechnoParrot version of this, which I have on TechnoParrot collection, which is the arcade version. So it's ultra widescreen for 4 players. With G Darius you can capture the ships. I don't know on this one. You can capture the ships and use them as a shield, or you can suck them into your ship and let off a big burst, a bit like that. But if you hit the boss on G Darius into his special and hold the button in, you let off a massive explosion. You can wipe most bosses out with that move if you get your timing right. Hey Mark, mate. Cool. Right. Depends. Right, let's just quit that. Depends on what unit you want, dude. Oh, what have I caught? Have I caught the cable? Right. No, that's fine. Right. Depends on what system you want. Shipping to Belgium. I think when I checked the other day, it wasn't too much to ship a unit to Belgium, a smaller unit. If you want a big unit, what you could do is you could go to a website called SpeedShift. Okay, if you put in my postcode's on the website, but it is EX392 Delta Romeo. So select, depending if it's a parcel shipping or a stand-up, hit us up an email. I can give you dimensions of the units, but generally if it's a stand-up, you're going to go say 1.7 maximum by 80 by 80 on a pallet. Okay, if it's custom shipping crate, then it's going to cost you for the shipping crate, which is around 150 quid for a stand-up. It's 100 quid for the smaller units, around 100 quid for the smaller units, bar tops and control panels. But you can put in the dimensions in there. So the control panels are about 70 centimeters by 50 centimeters by 37. Okay, the 4-player control panels, if it's just a control panel on its own, it's going to be about 1.2 meters by 37 by 50. Okay, like I said, just put in my zip code, my postcode, EX392 Delta Romeo, and then put in your country, put in the dimensions, and the weight is usually for a control panel small is 20 kilograms. If it's anything bigger, just put in about 50 for the bar top. If it's bigger than that, if it's like a stand up, then put 150 kilograms. Okay, for bar tops, I think it's 70 centimeters, no, 75 by 80, is it? By 50, I think the dimensions. If it's a pallet shipping, if it's going to be on a pallet, then you'd have to select pallet shipping. If it's going to be a smaller unit in a shipping crate, then you'd select parcel shipping. Like I say, hit us up what unit you want in an email, right? If you don't want to do it yourself, hit us up an email, tell us what unit you want. I can get a rough shipping quote. Now the shipping prices go up and down depending on the time. Yeah, they're all meant to be coming down. Economy shipping's meant to be coming back. I'm hoping it does, because it means all the shipping's going to be cheaper. So hit us up. Like I say, you're responsible for shipping and all that stuff. I've explained before in videos. So if once it comes to the unit complete, you pay for the shipping your end, you book it in. I book it in with you though over the phone. So I sit out on the phone and I guide you through all the shipping options and stuff. But if you want to quote beforehand, just tell us what unit you want. Hit us up an email with your zip code and I'll get a quote sent. Okay, man? Import duties is a weird one with Europe as well. Now, I've sent about 100 units over the past year or so to America and stuff. Import taxes is pretty cheap on smaller units. Europe, it's all over the place. I sent one to France. I charged the maximum, I think, of the unit, which is up to 20% tax. So Europe can be a bit iffy, dude. You might pay a few £100 for import tax. We can mark the unit down as a cheaper unit, as it's under 500 quid. But then, if anything, the worst happens and it gets destroyed in shipping, and you've got to put a claim in with the shippers, you're not going to get your money back. Basically, you're going to just get it for whatever it's labeled down as. So though you're going to probably pay more in tax, and they can charge up to 20% of the cost of unit. But I have in Europe though seen them charge more. I have seen them charge more, and you can't argue it. They'll just do it, even if it's against their rules. They'll just do it. They're terrible. Honestly, man, I hate shippers in general, all shippers. But it's customs. Customs will charge you whatever they bloody want. But generally, it's usually okay. It's around, I think, 10% on average. America, like I say, is usually pretty cheap. I've sent stand-ups, and I think a guy paid about $40 in import charges. It was ridiculous. America's pretty straightforward. Europe, like I say, it's a bit iffy. Where were you again? Belgium. Yeah, I think Belgium's okay. I've sent quite a few to Belgium before. But just be aware you can end up getting charged up to 20% import tax. Far does work on TechnoParrot, dude. Now, we have 2 gun setups for TechnoParrot. Now, depending on what unit you're going with, you can get you can order the Wii controller kit from us. Now, if it's an Ultimate Deluxe control panel, you get the Wii controller kit free. So the gun games and stuff work on TechnoParrot with the Wii controller kit by default. Now, if you want the gun for IR setup, if you want to purchase the guns beforehand and send them to me, or have me purchase them and have them sent to me and configure them before they go off, I can do that. If you purchase them at a later date and you want them set up, you can give me a call. I can jump on, help you configure them, get them set up on the system. I may see Chris, because I know on his light gun drive he's got like a one-click setup which just changes your setup. So I might look at Chris maybe setting that up and getting that sorted, so it makes it simpler and easier in like a settings tab. But it's not a big deal for me to jump on, go through the handful of games, set them up with the guns and so on. There is quite a big collection on the 32TB now of gun stuff, so you're not going to get Jurassic Park because it's a Patreon game on my main arcade cabinets. If you go with a shark shooter, you will have those Patreon games on there. But I like to keep these units offline. I'm online at the moment, but these games I do avoid playing online because if it detects those in a connection with those games, it'll break those games, dude. Okay, right. Let's head to the next drive. Let's head to Q.
Loading. Loading complete.
Right, so we have the Switch collection. So we have Nintendo Switch eShop. So we have 2,772 games on there. And then if we go back, we have the Switch collection, which is 1,731 games. So massive collection of games. Like I say, Chris is always updating the emulators, updating the games, adding the DLC, all that stuff, all the updates for the games and stuff. So he does, like I say, a ton of work. I don't know how he finds the time to do it. It's beyond me, because it is a lot of work that he does put in to each game. Now, if we find a game and it doesn't work, you can, like I say, report it to Chris. It may just be the case of that game is waiting for an update on the Yuzu emulator, and then those games at a later date will work. So I know he doesn't just remove games, he waits. But generally, Nintendo Switch works. It just works really well. Let's try and find a game. Let's try that one. Yeah, I like some rare games. I've come across a few rare titles on here that are in stuff I've never even heard of, which are pretty cool, man. There's definite must play though. I always rage about it. Is Hunt Down. Hunt Down is a quality game. It's quite a new game. But it's got that old school feel. The soundtrack, everything on that game is ridiculous. It's like a Streets of Rage, but with, I suppose, no, it's not a Streets of Rage. I would say it's more like a Ninja Gaiden platform style game. Right, this is taking a little while. Some games may take a little while to load in if it hasn't got the shaders and stuff. Some games might just not load, so. But generally, the Nintendo Switch is pretty spot on, especially with indie games and stuff. So I'll wait a second. If it doesn't load, I'll just quit out. I know there's a couple of games. Happen Time usually on my setup usually takes a little while to actually load in. But I'm very impatient. Hopefully, I've heard a lot of bad reviews on it. I've heard it's quite woke as well, and the graphics apparently, like I watched a video the other day on that as well. The graphics, I'll just quit that game. I haven't got the patience to wait for that. Let's try Capcom Fighting Collection. So yeah, I watched a video the other day on the comparison between I think it was the first Batman Arkham and the graphics on there, and the graphics between that and the new Suicide Squad game, and it's just ridiculous how they've even released a game with that at this day and age. A 10-year-old game beats it graphically.
Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition.
Yeah, I've got Time Crisis working, no problem, dude. Time Crisis 5 on there. That's it. That's only one player though, isn't it? Time Crisis 5. Is this one? I think this is like a one button press special move. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah, so in this game's actually one button special. Don't like that at all. I'd rather play the proper Street Fighter. Yeah, it's got like a one button special move. Nah. Get rid of that game. I'll play the proper Street Fighter. But yeah, that's a Switch collection, so quite a large collection of Switch games. Tons, so many games. So we're bound to come across one or two that don't work, but like I say, Chris will update on his end anyways. So let's head to the R drive.
Loading. Loading complete.
There is a button, you hold a button on the arcade controls. It does have the guide on the PactoTech website. Now you can set up buttons, you can set up extra buttons on your machine, but I mean, on this unit I'm gonna set up another split button like you get from what's it called, the website, Thunderstick Studios. Them use these split buttons, and I think Lee at PactoTech is going to do a LED output for those buttons, so you can, when you press a button, it's going to change from red to blue as well. So I had that set up on a Mortal Kombat unit for disconnect mode and reconnect mode default, but if you hold like start player 1 or player 2, it does a different mode, and you can change the D-pad mode that way. You just wait for it flashing up on the screen counting down, and then it'll change it. Yeah, the PactoTech works now. This one in this unit, I think I've got to just adjust where the wiring is, because I did have an issue, and it's because you can't have the cables on the PactoTech bundled up with other cables and bundled up on themselves. Causes issues with the display and stuff. So that's what the issue was I had before with that. So yeah, it does take a little tinkering with the wiring, making sure it's properly, but once it's working, man, and it's working flawlessly, it's a good bit of kit. I really like it. It works really well. It's just a matter of when you go into a system is to put it in disconnect mode into a game. Then disconnect mode, plug in your Xbox controller if you wish to use an Xbox controller, and it just switches. But like I say, the support just on the arcade controls, it works throughout any game that supports X input. It just works. So we have more Nintendo Switch there. Did I load that twice? I think I pressed that button twice. Make load. No. Right. So we have an extra 270 Switch games on there. And then we have eShop stuff, another 1,214 games there. We also have a PC games collection, so more PC games. And I think Chris tries to avoid repeats on his drives as well. With his PC games, the Switch games are all different games on each drive. We also have VR games now. Once Chris gets this unit, he's going to start working on getting the VR games set up on the Shar-Kade unit. And there's some cool VR games on there as well. Arizona Sunshine's a quality VR game. I've played that. I just get motion sickness with VR games, and it bugs us because I've never had anything like that. Even with old VR stuff and that, I've never had motion sickness. But yeah, for some reason now I just suffer motion sickness in VR games. Not all games, but some games like this it does. And this is a game I wanted to play right the way through. It's such a good, cool looking game. So yeah, by default the joysticks are the analog, dude. But like I say, you can change that on the fly, so you can change it to D-pad mode if you want on the fly. If there's a game that requires D-pad and stuff. You can also, I haven't added them to the Shar-Kade builds yet, but it is possible to add an analog stick as well, a 360 analog stick, which will work with Chris's drive spot on, especially in that analog mode, so it means you can do like slow walking in games. But if you're playing a game that requires you to walk slowly and stuff like that, it's generally using Xbox controller, an actual controller with analog controls for that game. What else we got on here? We have Batman VR, Arkham VR. That was a cool little game. And Beat Saber, I enjoy Beat Saber. I don't get any motion sickness on that. I think it's because I'm not walking around in game. But Beat Saber's pretty cool. Boneworks, never heard of that one.
complex and coordinated a breach in Myth. Myth OS.
Borderlands 2 VR. That should be pretty cool. We have Box VR. Dead Effect 2. Dragon Fist 2. Now there is a game I love. It's like a Streets of Rage type game, but in VR. And Fallout 4 VR. That'd be pretty cool. Fracked. I think it's on here. Half-Life Alyx and Half-Life 2 VR. Physics update hard bullet. Cool. Which one was it? Path of the Warrior, I think it was called. Moss is a cool game in VR. You're guiding a little mouse around a story, and it's cool. Pretty good game, especially the PC version. I played it on the Oculus Quest, direct on the Oculus Quest, and the graphics isn't as good as if you do connect it to the PC. The PC version looks really crisp and clean. So he's got a nice collection. Path of the Warrior, such a good game, man. Really good game. I think I've done a video on Facebook of this, a recording. Yeah, basically it's just like a Streets of Rage style characters in game. But you're in VR beating them up and stuff. It's cool. You start off on the bar level and you hit the streets and stuff, and yeah, it's pretty good, man. Pinball FX 2 VR as well. That's another good one. And it works really well, really responsive with the controllers and stuff. And then you can create your own VR room and stuff. I don't think you get every table on there, but I haven't checked Chris's obviously yet. So I don't know what tables you get on his version, if it's been updated since I played it last. Pistol Whip, not a good game. So there's some cool VR stuff, like I say, on there. Like I say, Chris will sort all that out at his end. Skyrim, that's good. Another game I suffer motion sickness from. I found it quite difficult though to play that game, because there's lots of different button presses you've got to do on your controllers. Moss 2's out now, is it? Yeah, I'd have to take a look at that, dude. X-Arcade's X-Input program. I don't like iPacks, dude. I don't like iPacks and stuff. I didn't like the X-Arcade controllers when I used them years ago. They probably updated a lot of stuff now. And iPacks and stuff like that, I'm not a fan of at all, mate. Yeah, so that's the idea of connecting the Oculus Rift. The Rift's the older one, isn't it, before the Oculus Quest. I don't know if the support's there, but you'd have to message Chris. Give Chris a message on that, and he'll tell you. Because he's obviously done his tests on the VR games and stuff, because I know there's some stuff that needs to be installed on here for it to work with the VR. But he'll sort that out once he gets his machine over to him. But yeah, I know obviously the Oculus Quest, so if any Oculus should work, no problem, as long as it's set up right. But like I say, give Chris a message and ask him. Right, let's head back from the VR stuff, and I think that's it on that drive. So we've got the Switch, yeah, in the PC game, so let's exit that. And that's it. So that's all the RetroBeast drives, the content on there and stuff. Like I say, we have a massive collection of stuff as well on our Shar-Kade drives. We have Jukebox. Now, the Jukebox stuff interface on that jukebox software. I think it's the Zen Point, Media Center or something it's called. We have all our MAME collections. We have our Xbox collection as well, our original Xbox stuff. So we have all those games there. I think there's around 800 on there. We have our Nintendo Switch collection as well. We have pinball, so we have around 1,000 pinball tables in total on the system. We have our PC fighting games, but then our PC Games Plus selection. We have our PC Games Plus selection now, which is our 40 terabyte. We have our PC cheat engine. I want to get a trailer for this system, but basically our cheat engine, I can't load it up because it means I've got to update it and all that stuff with it being online. But we have a simple to use cheat system, and we're going to add all the games that will require the cheats onto this cheat selection. So all the PC games are going to be added in here if there's cheats for that game. Palworld will go on here, and we have RoboCop as well, Rogue City, which I've done a recording of as well on there. Let's head back. We have our PC modded selection, so you'll not see this sort of stuff on any other build. This is actual mods for the games. So if it's like a sexy Jill outfit you want for Resident Evil, or if you want to play as Batman on Sifu or Bruce Lee on Sifu, and the way I've written the scripts for these is basically there's not 3-4 different versions of the game on the system.
Fella, are you?
So it's one version of the game, and what it does is it loads in the mod when you load the game, and when the game exits, it uninstalls the mod and puts it back to normal. So when you go into PC Games Plus, the game will be back to normal, your character will be back to normal. So we have Luffy on Sifu as well, Spider-Man, we have Kami, Chun-Li, Ryu. I will update these at some point. I'll go through, start getting some mods added. That's probably the last thing I'm going to do, is the cheat selection and the mod selection on the 40 and 48 terabyte add-on, and then we'll just get it on a Krisscoolmods update or something. Okay, so we are looking at adding a lot more titles to the modded collection, because once Mortal Kombat comes out as well, there's mods for that. There's modded characters and stuff, with Disney characters and all sorts of different cartoon characters. So I'll probably do a Mortal Kombat modded selection and stuff as well, Street Fighter modded selection and all that sort of stuff as well. So yeah, some cool stuff. It's just extra content, extra cool stuff that people would likely want. I would want, you know what I mean? It's stuff I would like to add on there. And we have our PlayStation 2, 3, 1 there. We have our TechnoParrot stuff as well. So we have a decent TechnoParrot collection on there. So we have Sega Golden Gun. We have the different other games. It's more the shooters customers are interested in on TechnoParrot. So we have Silent Hill Arcade, Star Wars Battle Pod there. We have Tekken 7, House of the Dead 3. House of the Dead 3 isn't a TechnoParrot game. I've just added it in the TechnoParrot collection because it's part of the shooters. House of the Dead 4, House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn, Time Crisis 5, Tomb Raider. We have Transformers, Human Alliance. Like I said, Tomb Raider isn't even a TechnoParrot game at the moment. We have Wild West Shootout as well, added in the TechnoParrot collection. We have Aliens Extermination. Now, Aliens Armageddon, like I say, is a Patreon game. Once it becomes non-Patreon, it'll be added to the setup as well. Castlevania, that's on here. We have Contra there, Darius Burst, that Darius Burst I've just played before. The arcade version, Dark Escape 4D. We have Deadstone Pirates. No talk, mate. I haven't heard a single thing on Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. Like I say, those are the two I'm waiting for. Yeah, they can be added in sort of remotely made. Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter can be added, no problem. It's not a big job to get put on. I could connect to your machine, get the games ready to install, jump back on once they're ready to install them, sort out the media, and set them up on your system, no problem. So we have Deadstone Pirates there, quality shooter. We have Elevate Action Death Parade, Far Cry Paradise Lost, Friction, Gaia Attack 4, Haunted Museum 1 and 2's been re-added because I did have issues with I think 2. Let's Go Island 3D, Let's Go Jungle, Lost Land Adventure, Luigi's Mansion, Music Gun 2, Night Hunt, another cool game, rail shooter game. Now the shark shooters themselves, they do have, these games are set for shark shooters. The rail guns that I use, the alien gun kit that I use, are designed for games like these. A lot of new arcade games that you find in the arcades are just rail shooters. They're not light gun games. They work off an analog, so these games are perfect for those type of games. Operation Ghost isn't really a rail shooter. You have a wired gun, so it's more like a light gun, but it still works perfectly with a rail shooter type guns as well. We have Operation Wolf First Mission. The recoil on that game, true recoil on that game, is ridiculously good. Really, really good game. We do have Jurassic Park on the shark shooters, which is Patreon. We don't have it on this setup. Rabbits Hollywood. We have Raiden 3, Raiden 4. Rambo Arcade. We have Sailor Zombie AK8. How's it? AKB. Dream Raiders. And back to Sega Golden Gun. So just on our base system, our 8 terabyte base system, we do have 98,000 games. Okay. The Pirates game and TechnoParrot. Not a TechnoParrot game. It's not a TechnoParrot game. It's I've got it in the TechnoParrot collection, but it is like a PS3 emulated game. I think it's System 5.7 something. It's called. Hey Chris, dude. Do us a favor, Chris. Check the comments. There's been a couple of questions that you might be able to answer. I think it's regarding the Patreon stuff and that on your end. So I think it's the S-Drive Patreon stuff. So if anyone's got any questions for Chris and you're still on, ask away. Sorry, dude, if I'm bombarding you with questions. You might just want to crack on and do your own thing. But yeah. So ask away. Okay, cheers, man. So yeah, what I was saying is the 8 terabyte base system, just my 8 terabyte setup, which will work with the lower end systems, has 98,000 games. You've got around 340 systems on there with all the retro classics. All these systems here you will get on just our 8 terabyte build. When you start going up to 16 terabyte, you get the PC Plus games, okay, and the Switch stuff. And a bigger collection of PS3 stuff and stuff like that, and the TechnoParrot stuff. So 16 terabyte will get you the PC Plus games, I think some Switch games, and the TechnoParrot collection. The 24 terabyte add-on, I think, is PC. There, right. So I'll go through, it'll be easier. So if the discount, hopefully the discount codes, because I haven't been changing it, hopefully the discount codes are changing on the system. Hopefully they're changing. So on our 8 terabyte, our base system, our D drive, is on 98,000 games. Our 16 terabyte build does come with the jukebox, comes with some Nintendo Switch, PC games, and TechnoParrot. So you get a nice collection of PC Plus games. The 24 terabyte add-on is, I think, pinball. You get our big collection of visual pinball. I don't think you get TechnoParrot. None of those games then were test games. You get PS5 collection, so you get your PS5 collection. You get your PS3 collection, big collection of PS3 games. The PC games modded and more PC games plus, and you get your big PC GOG games. So you get a massive collection of GOG games, around 1,300 games there. And like I say, you get the bigger collection of the Nintendo Switch. That's on the 24 terabyte add-on. So on the 32 terabyte add-on, you do get the PC games. So we have the bigger collection of PC games. And then you get the Xbox games as well, the original Xbox games. And then the PC, no, you don't get the PC cheats, that's just a backup. You get the comics collection, the original Xbox games, and the PC, more PC Plus games. Okay, and a couple of TechnoParrot games, I think. Is it on there? Oh, have I added? I think I've added it across now. Yeah, I think I've added. No, there they are. Right, so you will get these games here. Now, Time Crisis Raging Storm isn't working yet. I don't believe so. At a later date, that'll be added. That can be deleted out. But you do get Dark Escape 4, Deadstone Pirates, and Sailor Zombies. So you get those 3 games on the TechnoParrot collection on the 32 terabyte add-on, and then you get the big collection of next-gen PC titles. So more next-gen PC titles, Ghostbusters, Call of Duty games, stuff like that. Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 has it's ridiculous size. It has a ton of modded zombie maps. So we have about, it's 171 gig. So we have a massive collection of modded zombie maps, and some of those modded zombie maps are crazy, absolutely crazy. You would think they were a real Call of Duty map. So the 40 terabyte, let's head over to the 40 terabyte. You do get basically your PC, right? So that's not added, that Tekken tag, right? So you have your big collection of PC games as well, next gen PC titles, all of the next gen stuff as well on there. So a lot of the newer stuff that you've seen on a PC plus, including Palworld, was it? And then the RetroBeast, like we say, we've went through the RetroBeast stuff. You get your Xbox 360 and so on. So that's what you're getting on the drives as they stand. And then on the 32 terabyte, we are waiting, like someone commented before, we're waiting on Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6. Once those games are added, the 32 terabyte drive's finished. Right, I think that's flagging up now, the discount codes. It has changed to stand up there, so hopefully you have spotted those discount codes. Yeah, so it is actually changing, it's just taking its time to change each one. So I think we've seen that Shark Shooter one for quite a while. So let's try and change it. Give it a few seconds, it should change. Has it changed? I'll load into a game and I'll see if it'll change on the fly there. What can I play? Something low.
Optic blast.
Let's just load Crash Bandicoot 4.
Loading. Loading complete.
I could have actually went to Ratchet and Clank, that's a cool game. Right, let's see if it changes now. Off Shark Shooter. Right, that's when to insert coin, so that's doing. So let's change it again. It's very temperamental, it doesn't like changing it. I'm trying to change the screen to, and it is meant to just be controlling down. There. Right, so we do have 150 quid off on the stand-ups and bar tops. The discount code is stand up, so if you want to order a bar top or stand up, it is a minimum spend of 2,500, so you're likely going to have to go with a 16 terabyte build, probably in up, but that's 150 quid off. Massive saving really when you look at it at the cost of the unit, and then taking 150 quid off. That's quite a big saving, big chunk of money. That's in the UK about the cost of shipping, so that's about the cost of free shipping in the UK. Let's see if that changes the discount code again. Right, there we go. So for the shark shooters, we have 200 quid off. That is a massive saving as well. That's a big hit in my profits, but because of I want to start building a few more. I've got a couple of shark shooters to build, but I want to start building a few more, some new designs. I thought I'd do a huge special offer on the shark shooters, and yeah, that Jurassic Park one, man, it's such a beautiful build. Hey, Mr. Rage. Yeah, everything's cool over here, dude. How did that stream go? I could not get that account set up properly to comment. How did that stream go on that? We'll have to get you on as well for a chat. Me and Chris were talking as well, maybe doing a live stream together and stuff. So when he gets this unit, we'll probably jump on a live stream and stuff, try and invite a couple of people. So it'll be interesting to get you on, dude. Oh, you're working on a new stream now, are you? Cool. I'm going to bed soon, mate. I'm knackered. I think the missus wants to play PUBG though. I might have to stay up for that. Right, so yeah, discount code 200 quid off. Discount code is Shark Shooter. So if you order one of our Shark Shooters, you will save yourself 200 quid. Big saving. Let's try and change that on the screen again. I'll have to get some pointers as well, Daniel, of the, because you do quite a good setup on your live streams and stuff. Also, anyone that doesn't know, Daniel there, Mr. Rage Radio, is the one that designed the Shar-Kade logo. So the Shar-Kade logo that you see, with my baldy heat on there, Mr. Rage made that logo for me. The flat units, you mean the control panels? The control panels is Ultimate. Discount code Ultimate, 200 quid off. You'd have to probably go with the Ultimate Deluxe control panels, 2,500 minimum spend, which is a 16 terabyte build. You get 200 quid off that, dude. So the discount code on that is Ultimate. So when you go to checkout, it is set to the products. So I think the stand-ups, you've got to put stand-up 1 in, because it wouldn't let us do bar tops and stand-ups the same code. I should have just done 2 codes, bar tops and stand-ups. But stand-up 1 for the stand-ups, and I think stand-up for the bar tops is the discount code. And it's all lowercase as well on checkout. Anyone that's interested in finance options, we do only have a PayPal option. I think it's only if PayPal offer you that finance option. So on checkout, if you go to PayPal checkout, it should ask you if you want to do like a finance option with them. I think it's only if within a few payments, but if that's something that interests you, then that's an option. Actual finance, it means with us being in the UK, I would have to get 2 finance options. I'd have to pay 2 lots of finance. Thing is, if I don't get any orders in a month, I'm paying a finance company for finance option, which would spark more orders, but it's a lot of money to set up. I've got to get 2 lots of companies as well, one for the UK and one for the US, and it's just too much hassle. So I've just stuck with the PayPal finance options. You're asking Daniel for a logo, yeah. No, the 16 terabyte is in RetroBeast. If you want the RetroBeast setup, you need all the way up to the 48 terabyte, dude. So you do need the 48 terabyte setup, but you will get that 200 quid off. So I think it's 300 quid each partition for the 40 all the way up to the 48 terabyte build. So you're saving 200 quid off that, so you're getting nearly the 48 terabyte drive free on that. I'm sure I could probably do you a little bit more discount if you went all the way up to the 48 terabyte, but I've got to obviously watch how much profit I'm giving away here, you know what I mean? But if you went with a 48 terabyte, I'd probably do you a little extra deal on that, dude. See if you sell a couple of more quid. Yeah, Daniel's interviewed some interesting characters, man, as well. I do recommend you go and check his stuff. Link, if you can, Daniel, link your radio station in the comments as well, and just leave a little what you do. And that Daniel's a really interesting character, man. I've known him for how many years now? It's got to be 8 years or so, easy. We don't talk as much as we used to though, dude. I think it's just because I'm so busy, you're busy, and yeah, I just get caught up with everything. But I miss our chats, man, dude. $18 years? I've only just turned 18, dude. Only just turned 18, I wish. How is the missus anyways, dude? Right, so we've got the ultimate. I think I've went through all the discount codes. Let's just try and change it again. It should come through. There we go. So it's working in game, no problem. But Hyperspin menu, it doesn't want to change it. It doesn't like the input. Oh, cool, man. It's good to hear, dude. Yeah, we'll have to sit down and have a all proper chat. We'll have to definitely get you on a live stream and that way, dude. Definitely. Right, let's have a look at Crash Bandicoot 4. So if you're a Shar-Kade customer as well, and you have the Zinmo controller and you're upgrading to the PactoTech yourself, if it's something you're installing yourself, there is some files that do need deleted within the system. I've got a tutorial on this with all the update files. Basically, all my X360 setups do need deleted out of each one of the games, and there's quite a few games, but I have all the folders and stuff and tested it all, and it's just a matter of deleting them X360 setups out of the system. I'm trying to remember the PactoTech shortcut. No, that's analog faster. Put that on. I don't want that. And I think if that counts down, is that right? I think that's it there. Anyways, let's head to desktop. So yeah, we have a ton of cool titles, especially on the PC Plus games. It's got all the next gen titles you'd want. God of War quality game. We have High on Life there, Hogwarts Legacy. Let's find Hunt Down. I love that game. I'm gonna have a quick go of Hunt Down.
Loading. Loading complete.
Hunt down.
Hey Jeff, mate. Good to see you, man.
Engage.
Lots of me buttons on this. Let's shoot. Let's throw. And let's jump. What is the dash? Let's me throw. That's the one button. Jump dash. Right, what's my buttons here? Jump dash.
We're the those with bows. Checkpoint. Hey, look out! Bounty hunters! Bounty hunters! They're here!
Take him out!
Stop them, you moron!
Wouldn't want to be you. Someone notify next of kin. Peace out. Sayonara!
Checkpoint. Stash collected.
Gotcha! Business as usual. Die! 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 Kill streak.
Oh, are you gonna pay?
I'm not even trying.
Stash collected.
That's a good look for you.
Bounty found.
Yeah, so I'll sit down maybe the weekend and sort that out with dude, the gun setup and that. I haven't said too much on that thing we're doing though yet. I'll wait until it's ready. Are you still cracking on with it, are you, dude? You never stop, ye, I tell you. Out of now you get it all done on the time you do. I mean, we only spoke about it last night. Yeah.
Is free.
Other than building, dude, that's all I'm doing. My weekends, we sit and play a bit of PUBG, the missus, you know. Now I'm gonna try and get this down with the missus in the morning, and we'll get it sorted. I want to have a look at that PactoTech as well. I think that just the wiring's catching the other wiring and stuff, but all the drives mounted. USB port on the back as well are damaged, so I'll fix that tomorrow. I'll change that tomorrow. I've got loads of spare ones, because I put a USB in the bloody thing upside down and snapped the board, so I had to disconnect that. But that'll be an easy fix. I'll get it all sorted, tested tomorrow. You didn't catch the beginning of the stream. What was it? There was something. There was a game, I think, not working at the start of the near the stream on your drive. But I think that's just the emulator, not the game, and that. I won on Tekken 8. I lost the first game, but I won on Tekken 8. I'm missing the bloody media. I'm sure I sorted that out yesterday as well. For Tekken 8, if we take a look, I'm missing the Tekken 8 media. I can sort that out. It takes 2 seconds. But yeah, there you go. Missing it, so I don't know where I put that, because I'm sure I made it up yesterday. RoboCop, Resident Evil 4 as well. The remake is a quality game. Like I say, all these you'll get on the 32TB build. So all these games are all on the 32TB build. So even as that as a base system is quality, you get so many cool titles. RoboCop, the new RoboCop, great game. You get all the Dark Pictures anthology games. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang are cool little fighting games. They're quite old now. You have the Resident Evil collection, so you have Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, 4 Remake, 6. I should add 5 really, but I think you've got that on your drive anyways, Chris. So it's pointless me adding it if it's on your drive. Like I said, there will be Resident Evil Village as well, Resident Evil 8, another quality game. So yeah, tons and tons of really cool stuff on there. We have the update to Pinball FX3 as well, so that's got some extra tables on that one. Yeah, we're just missing those, a few of those games, but Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Spider-Man Remastered. So yeah, if you are after a Shar-Kade unit, like I say, we do have discount codes of our Shark shooters and our bar tops and stand-ups. So I think I'm probably going to end the stream there, because my phone's dying anyways. But yeah, bit of a glitchy start there. I will fix that. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's like I said, it'll just be the fade. I've got to sort the fade out. So it's an easy fix. It's just I don't want to have to sit here and watch it on live stream. But a little bit of a hiccup at the start, but yeah, it all went okay, I think. if you are interested, like I say, in a quote for shipping, if you're in Europe, in the US, or out like that, hit us up, bean@Shar-Kade.co.uk. Just send us your zip code and the unit you're after. I'll get a quote for you. The shipping, like I say, isn't paid up until this build is finished, and that's all booked in through you. I'll guide you through all that stuff. I sort all the import paperwork and all that stuff. There's one form you've got to sort out now as well. Basically a tax form or something, but I know in the US a lot of people are paying very, very little. Love you too, dude, man. And we'll definitely chat soon.
We are not alone.
Right. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell, and I will catch us in the next one. Bye.
You got it, Dana. Go, go, go! Shit, Dana. We got...